Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is July 1st, which means two really cool things. First, means that the new ban list is officially in effect, and secondly, happy birthday to me. So, I thought that I should do something I really wanted to do, and something I did really want to do was to build like this big tech-oriented build for Utopia, something that's supposed to win going on second turn and just supposed to smash through the opponent's LP real quick. Before I get into the deck profile, I know I just sort of snuck that in there and onto the title card that it is my birthday. And real quick, I'd like to take 2 seconds and just thank you guys. I know that you guys are going to light up the comments with all the birthday wishes and everything, and I'm super grateful that you guys are still with me on this journey. And it really humbles me that so many of you actually care about it. So I do want to talk about one of my silent goals, because normally I don't tell you guys until after you guys have already broken one. And let's talk about what I said back in January this year, and that was subscribers. I said realistically I'd be happy if I got 500 by the end of the year. You guys broke that in May. I also said it would be great if I got 1,000 before the end of the year. And at taping this right now, we're in the low 800s, like 824, 25 the last time I checked, something around there. And secretly, I was kind of hoping that you guys might do this. And we're going to be coming up on my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. The end of August, I believe the 27th. And in the back of my head, secretly, I was wishing that you guys would break that and get that subs up there. And I feel confident that you will. And honestly, that's all the gift I need besides you guys enjoying what I do. Enough about that. But thank you anyway. Let me show you this tech build. And when I say tech, there were like 20 ways I was really contemplating building this deck. I thought about a Blackwing engine, abusing Allure of Darkness and Danger cards. I thought about doing a Lightsworn variant and everything else. And because it's my birthday and I want to do what I want to do, I wanted to build a tech variant that reminded me of some decks I used to play. So strap in. Let's get you the deck list. We'll dismiss anybody who just wanted the list. And then I'll go over my explanations, and I'll probably actually make a combos video for this one. Even though it's pretty straightforward, I just want to throw some test hands and show just how easy it really is to get that one hit KO going. So deck list time, guys. First card we're going to be utilizing is we're going to maximize out our copies of Goblinberg. Up next is going to be Cabazals. And I like that some of you got ahead of me already and you know where this is going. 3 copies Reborn Tengu. 3 copies Rescue Rabbit. See, you guys knew. 3 copies Sabersaurus. And 3 copies of probably my favorite card for this deck, the Summoner Monk. Going over to spells, and the rest of the deck is all spells. So that was like 18 monsters, it'll be 22 spells, or however the math actually falls out. So single Call by the Grave, because you gotta worry about them hand traps. Single Card Destruction in case the opening hand isn't as fresh as you'd like it to be. Double copies DDR because we are going to be using Pots of Desire, and those are going to be a few seconds later. Another thing you guys might be seeing right now is I got a couple cards turned around. I had to. The order didn't come in time. I really wanted to get this out on my birthday, so we're just going to use some blanks today. But 2 DDRs for our extender, 2 Dark Holes, because obviously, you know, we got to wipe the opponent board, and a lot of the things that are going to stop us are actually going to be monster effects. This is supposed to be maximized out to 3 copies, double or nothing. Honestly, you do need 3. It is a dead draw most of the time, but, you know, we got Summoner Monk helping us out, so it's not going to be a dead draw. We're going to be rocking 3 copies double summon. We're going to have our single Harpy's Feather Duster, the single copy Instant Fusion, single copy Monster Reborn. There it is, 3 Pots of Desires, guys. We kind of need the extra deck, and we need it to be unmust with, and unlike like the reason Prosperity's not around, or Duality, Duality stops us from special summoning, and Prosperity creates a half damage scenario for the opponent. I need all of the damage, and this is why a lot of the cards in the deck are going to be 3s or as close to maxed as possible. So 3 Desires, single Raigeki, and a great opener for us this time around will be Unexpected Die. Moving into our extra deck, and I know that you guys already got ahead of me on this one too. We're going to have one fusion monster. That's going to be the Millennium Eyes Restrict. We want to go ahead and try to stop a hand trap from doing its thing. We do have Exciton Knight because you can't always go off, and sometimes you just have to try to survive until you can grind to hit. We do have Dolka and Logia. No clue why those were out of alphabetical, but those are both in here at singles. I got 2 copies Utopia because sometimes I will end up playing both of them. I will end up with a regular Utopia to block for a 5k Lightning. In some instances, I will go to Utopia Double to make sure that Lightning has more moves. Double is... I got that mixed up. I'm thinking ahead of myself. I'm thinking on Utopia Prime. Double is going to make sure that we get our double or nothing spell and start the combo for us. We do also have Baguska and Dagaris in here. Baguska if things don't go our way. Dagaris if we just needed different cards because we messed up and we got rid of all of our double or nothings. Prime in case I need to go into another Utopia so I can stack multiple copies and multiple Xyz units underneath the Lightning. Lightning obviously trying to be one of our game strokes. Tornado Dragon, another great rank 4 Xyz play here, and it'll help us handle back rows. A very small link board here. I do have a single IP Masquerena and Unicorn. This is meant to be used in conjunction with each other. And the only other one I have is Link Spider, and it's, again, sometimes we're just going to open with... where we didn't actually need the Unexpected Die, or we ended up with one too many monsters, or we have another card in our hand and we need to extend, and we're going to go into the link plays. Spider's going to help us with that. So, this is a very glass cannon-y deck. Yes, Nibiru can hurt you. Yes, Ash Blossom can hurt you. There's a lot that can hurt this. This deck is for me, really. But it's super fun. I've always enjoyed playing around with different ways of playing Utopia. Like I said, I could have went Black Wings, Light Sworn. I could have went Gear. I could have done Gadgets. Machina would have been another good pick. There's just dozens of ways to play the deck. And this, I just wanted to do something that reminded me of like Tech dino-rabbit. So that's why I went this way today. So again, thank you everybody for watching. If you were just here for the deck list and this helped you out, maybe you enjoyed this one, you think it's fun, you think it's for one of your friends, let them know. Subscribe if you want to and you haven't already. That'd be great. Again, trying to break the 1,000 before the end of August, so that's cool. Other than that, yeah, just you guys have a great day. Maybe have a little bit of a party for me. Get a donut or something fun. I don't know. Whatever's clever. You guys have an excellent day. I know I will. Everybody else, let's talk over the monster effects like usual. So the first one we have is Goblinberg. Essentially, this is going to be like one of those things where if you start with this, you're going to be able to normal summon it and special summon another level 4 from your hand. And then you change this to defense mode. Doesn't matter. We're going to go into Xyz material for this. One of the best things I could do is use this to go into Summoner Monk and then use Summoner Monk and the plethora of spells, especially the like once per turn spells, to just go ahead and like chew up extra summons and board to the field faster, which is always good. We do run the Kabazals. Again, we need dinosaurs to go into the Evils, so that's why Kabazals is in here. That's going to be why Sabersaurus is in here. I would have went two-headed King Rex, but I found out I only have a single copy, so that was a little... I just wanted it because it's iconic. I got the 3 Tengus. Again, once this is on the field, when it leaves the field, it doesn't matter where it goes. It could get banished, it could go to the graveyard, it could go back into the deck, go back to your hand. When it leaves the field, special summon another one from your deck. I think the only way that this doesn't work is if you... Unfortunately, I think if you use it as Xyz material, that doesn't count as leaving the field. but it isn't considered on the field anymore. I just think you missed timing. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. That's the only way I get any better. Realistically, this is in here so that on the off chance we need to do the link climb, we do this plus one other card, go into IP, and it'll immediately replenish itself and allow us to go into Unicorn when we need to. So that's the real reasoning there. Rescue Rabbits are a great pull, especially off of our Summoner Monk effect, except it can't be from the Summoner Monk effect, so that's kind of iffy. It would be great if we could just ignore that text. But it's a good starter nonetheless, and it's another reason why we have so many other cards that can special summon. We can also go Goblinberg into this, even though you can't go Summoner Monk into this. And I think they kind of knew when they were designing this one. When you have this face up on your side of the field, banish it, special summon 2 level 4 or lower normals with same name from deck. Destroy them during the end phase using this effect only once per turn. This is great. This allows us to go into one or the other more often than not. Which is why we have 2 different names. It's why we run the Saber Sources with the Kabazals. And again, I'm not too sad if I see this thing get banished. Again, we do have DDR for that because that can be played from the banish pile. But this is really to help you board usually like Logia or Dolka, whichever one you feel the need for more. And then again, Saber Source helps you get into that. Summoner Monks. This card cannot be tributed when it is normal or flip summon. Change it to defense. Once per turn, you can discard a spell. Special summon a level 4 monster from the deck. It can't attack this turn. Again, we're just trying to populate with materials. Again, if we need to link climb, we can do that. If we just need to go into Exciton Knight because the draw flops, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. It's always good. And there's plenty of spells for you to use. Speaking of the spells, Call by the Grave, like I said, protection from hand traps. Card destruction, set up your hand a little bit better. Double DDR. It's going to cost you a card. Discard a card. Target one of your banished cards. And special summon a face up and attack. Equip it with this. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster again. We're usually using this as an extension either after our Pot of Desires, or we can bring the rabbit back. And again, if we had Tengu up somehow, this would allow us to then perform a link climb because, again, we should have already used the rabbit's effect unless we're using the rabbit's effect after the Pot of Desires got rid of it. And it's still going to be another good way to get into the rabbit effect. I did want to try to layer some consistency into this. I do know that it's a glass cannon one-shot, but it's fun. Double Dark Hole and Raigeki kind of goes along this lines too. Basically, you want to blow up the field before you start putting your own monsters down. And again, a lot of the monsters that are being played right now are what's going to cause disruptions. There's really not a whole lot of back row, save for a handful of decks out there. So usually we're just trying to disrupt the main monster zones. The Double or Nothing, again, we don't want to lose it due to the Pots of Desires, which is why we needed 3. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to have to do this. My order just didn't come in quite fast enough. It'll probably be here tomorrow, now that I said something. Anyway, when a monster's attack is negated, target that monster. It can make a second attack during this battle phase, and if it does, double its attack. This is going to be one of the main ways that we're going to do things. And again, generally with the Utopia strategy, we're going to get the thing up to about 10 grand. So as long as we're facing down something that has 2k or less, it is a game stroke. So One Punch Man it. Double Summon helps us go with another extender. And again, if we do play the Summoner Monk and we still want to get the rabbit up and we want to body as many characters as we can, getting the single double summon is good. If we end up with 2 in our hand, again, we can pitch one of these for the Summoner Monk effect and still play through. We do have the Feather Duster. Again, sometimes there's going to be a back row issue. It's good to just have it in there just in case. Instant Fusion for the Millenniumize Restrict, another check against our hand trap enemies. Monster Reborn, good generic extender. 3 Pots of Desire. And what I like about this is not just the fact that it goes ahead and banishes face down so your opponent doesn't know what you've lost. It's the fact that we're going to get 12 cards out of our deck real quick. We layered with the DDR. This is a +2 or a draw 2. But additionally, we don't have to, like I said, with Prosperity, our opponent takes half damage for the turn. Or Extravagance would cause us to banish at random, and we could actually rip out the entire Utopia engine before we get a chance to play it, which would also be very inopportune. So Desires is my go-to this time. There's Raigeki, again, blow up the opponent's monsters. An unexpected dive. You control no monsters, meaning this is going to be your starter. Special summon a level 4, lower normal out of the deck. Again, this just helps you start getting bodies. It's good if you could set up 2 rank 4 Xyz plays, not always necessary, but this layers in the consistency to make sure that we can almost always get Utopia, at least Utopia, to the field. And again, with the extra deck, you have the Millenniumize Restrict. Let's go over that real quick. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, target an effect monster the opponent controls or is in their graveyard. Equip that target to this card that you control. Gain its attack and defense to this. Monsters with the equipped monster's name cannot attack, and their effects on the field and their activated effects are negated. So again, if you feel like you're going to go up against Ash, play the instant fusion, pay the 1,000, get this guy, board him, and then just play straight through. It's totally fine. Exiton Knight, if your opponent has more cards total than you in their hand and field, during your main phase or the opponent's battle phase, you can rip material and destroy all other cards on the field except this. The opponent takes no further damage that turn. This is one of those, oh, I messed up, it's a glass cannon. This is an insurance policy. You should not be playing this normally. We do have Dolka. Dolka and Logia both take 2 level 4 dinos, which is why we got the Sabersaurs and the Kabazals in here. Dolka's effect during either player's turn when a monster effect activates, and it doesn't say where. So again, this will help us play through Nibiru. And this is actually my other go-to character. You detach 1 material from this, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card. And again, it doesn't say once per turn, so Dolka can take out 2 hand traps in a single turn, giving you a little more breathing room. We do have the Logia as well. During either player's turn, when a monster or monsters would be normal or special summoned or a spell trap activated. You detach both materials from this card, negate the summon or activation, and destroy the card. So again, in this instance, I know that Logia used to be the preferred play. I prefer Dolka, but I put them both in here because they're both good options for different situations. You guys know Utopia. When a player's monster declares an attack, we can detach material, negate the attack. And if this card is targeted for an attack while it has no material, destroy it. And I decided to throw both arts in here because I like both of them. And yeah, sometimes you will run both chains at the same time. So that this way you could use a single Utopia to block lightning and then use lightning off of the double in order to go into a 10k lightning that's unrespondable. So very good. Utopia double, one of the main cards, is going to make everything here work. Any 2 level 4s, quick effect, detach material from this card, add a double or nothing from the deck to your hand, special summon from the extra deck 1 Utopia Xyz monster, except number 39 Utopia double. So this does allow us to go into the lightning should we want. And again, if you do, its attack is doubled, but it can't attack direct, which is fine. We're looking for combat. We're looking to hit 1 card. If not, you just don't go this way and you just put a massive amount of damage on the field. That would be fine. If you do doubled, and then again, this is treated as an Xyz material, or Xyz summon, transfer its materials. When you do this, you can use this effect of double once per turn. Baguska is here for those nice defensive plays. Again, maybe something didn't work out. The draw flops, you bricked. It happens. He's a nice option here for us. Once per turn during the standby phase, you must detach material from this, non-optional, or destroy the card if you can't. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by opponent card effects. Your opponent cannot target this attack position card with card effects. When this card is in face-up defense, change all face-up monsters on the field to defense. Also negate the activated effects of monsters that were in defense when their effect was activated. So this isn't going to work too well against link boards, but anything else, it should hold you and tide you off. We do have Dagaris, and Dagaris is like another double or nothing. So again, any 2 level 4s, you can detach 2 materials from this, choose and activate one of the following. Skip your next draw phase to draw 2, drop 1. Skip your next main phase 1, special summon a monster from your graveyard in defense, which could allow you to press for more play. Or skip the battle phase of your next turn and double the attack of 1 monster you control until the end of this turn. And again, this does not require you to give up your direct attack. Now you can only use this effect once per turn, which is fine. We're not trying to put extra materials on him, so we're not worried about it. Again, Prime, just an extra name to be bodied underneath Utopia the Lightning if you just need it to be able to strike out twice. and you choose not to go the double or nothing route. Lightning, again, can exceed this using any rank 4 Utopia monster you control as material, transferring materials when you do so. This cannot be used for Xyz material. If this card battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Now, that's important that it says your opponent, because this means that you can actually block your own lightning attack, like I just got done saying, and I'll probably show you guys in the combo video. But again, what this is going to do for you is it's going to let you get that attack in uninterrupted. So like Link Karibo, stuff like that could try to stop you, can't. And then once per chain during damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster while it has a Utopia monster a Utopia Xyz monster as material, as a quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card. It doesn't have to be the Utopia one. This card's attack becomes 5,000 during that damage calculation only. So again, he can power up and push over cards. So he's excellent. Tornado Dragon, just a quick double MST, once per turn, quick effect, attach material, pop a spell trap. You guys know IP and Unicorn, and you guys should know Link Spider, but I haven't played him in quite a while, if at all, on the channel. So I'll just go over him just once. Once per turn, you can special summon a level 4 lower normal from the hand to a zone this card points to. It requires 1 normal. So it is a fairly fun glass cannon. It is very fragile. And honestly, I'm just glad I made it this way. I did want to do like I said, I wanted to do the dino-rabbit variant. Just because I haven't heard dino-rabbit in like 6 years. So I figured that would be a fun treat for me, and hopefully it was a good treat for you guys. That said, I should have the combos video up a little bit later today, and like I said, I'm going to be watching the subscriptions and see whether or not I could break what was a silent goal before the end of August with you guys. I'd like to thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you later on the combos video. So until then, peace.